Okay, right, so do you want to tell me a little bit about what brought you here today?
Uh, Thanks, Kate. Yeah, well, as I haven't really explained much at all, have I? So it, I'm in a partnership with a lady. Um, yeah, and I'm not really. There's a lot of challenges in and around that relationship. I guess. I don't think I'm in love with her anymore, but then I kind of think I am, but I'm a bit confused by it all. We fight a lot. We're not getting along as well as we used to. We used to have such a good time, and now it's just dwindling away, and we just bicker at each other all the time. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I try and please her, but then pleasing her it's not working out, and then I try and please myself, and then I get in trouble for it, and it's just hard. It's really hard at the moment. Okay.
Yeah,
So yeah, that's in a nutshell, and I'm sure there's a lot involved in the issues in regards to that.
Yeah, so it sounds to me like you're a bit frustrated because you're confused about what way things will pan out, and if it's right to be in this relationship or not, and you're kind of hitting a wall when you're trying to move forward.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Because I am committed to this relationship. And this is what I'm confused about. How committed am I, or do I break it off? But I'm not sure. And our communication is not very sound.
Yes.
It just seems to cause more troubles than what it's worth.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And can I ask how long this relationship has been going on for?
Yeah, we've been together for about about 6 years.
Okay,
6 years, so some time.
That is a considerable amount of time, and it is very normal for relationships to change in dynamic and communication depending on different things that happen. And I'm sure it wasn't always like this, and you kind of see a pinpoint of time where things started to become more difficult.
Not really. It's just kind of slowly progressed in the last couple of years, really, if not longer. So we've been together for about 6 years, and the last 2 or 3 years it's just, it seems like it's going over. But we're both loyal to each other, and we're just, it's questioning my compatibility with this lady.
Absolutely.
Her name's Kate as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it sounds like you've had a bit of a struggle with it, and it's been something that's been on your mind for a while, and so we should definitely look at some different ways of helping you get some clarity around your relationship and how to move forward for yourself.
That would be good. Yeah.
So have you ever sat down and spoken to Kate about how you're feeling in terms of...
I try to, but then I'm really nervous around telling her how I am feeling about the conflict, and because then potentially it might cause more conflict, because of if I was to say I'm questioning our relationship, she might not be able to handle that or misinterpret what I'm trying to say. And I guess bottom line is I'm not clear in myself of what I want, if I do want this relationship or I don't, and there's a lot of conflict internally around that, and that's what I would like if that's what counselling can offer, is to find that clarity within myself.
Absolutely.
Because I'm feeling a bit lost around it all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I understand. And does Kate do you believe Kate feels that the relationship is coming to an end, or is she quite happy and content?
I don't. Sometimes she seems quite excited to see me, and then other times it seems like a bit of a task and a drag. And it's very similar for me as well. Like when I come home from work, I'm just like, oh, do I want to be here, or do I want to go out and hang out with my mates? And I don't want to leave her. Like, I'm not quite sure.
Yeah, it sounds to me like you have a lot going on in your head, and a lot of back and forth thinking, and that can be really exhausting.
It is, extremely, and then I'm not sleeping well as well. I'm not eating well. I'm constantly worried about this relationship. So I
hearing,
don't know what to do.
Yeah, I understand. I'm hearing something definitely
thanks.
needs to change.
Yeah.
For you to move forward and be happy.
Yeah.
I suppose in terms of the relationship in the 6 years, have you noticed anything within yourself that has changed? Because it's quite normal for two people to change a lot in that period of time, and maybe that's where this separation is happening, and it's could be a question of seeing that's something in yourself that you might want to work on that might improve the relationship.
Or the only change that I can see within myself, and it goes back to that. So now it's like I do find my mind drifting off with thinking and fantasizing about other women.
Yeah.
And it's like I'm not quite sure why that's coming up, other than because there is so much conflict in the relationship, and like that saying of the grass is always greener on the other side is kind of creeping in. And I'm a really loyal man, and I haven't had those thoughts before, and that's what's really driven me to come. And so the conflict, and then do I get out of this relationship? Is it better to find and seek another lady? I'm not quite sure, and it's not easy.
Yeah. So I suppose just to summarise what you're telling me is, you've been in this relationship for 6 years.
Yeah.
And in the last 2 to 3 years, things have gotten difficult.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of uncertainty, and I'm hearing a real lack of communication, which makes things hard and creates a distance.
Well, the communication's there. It's just conflicting. We fight a lot of, and the communication that we do have, it's really surface level stuff. So we don't talk as deep as we used to, or we don't like it. And as I was saying, I'm quite fearful of if I did expose what my real feelings are, like she might just say, okay, finished, done, pack your bags and see you later.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm scared of. So.
Yeah. So there is a part of you that doesn't want to lose her.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's fair, because again, 6 years.
It's a long time.
Yeah.
It's been a good investment in a lot of ways. Like she's a really good friend.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Yeah.
I guess what I'm wondering, you said when you have spoken about things with her in the past, it can sometimes cause conflict, and that makes you fear broaching those subjects again. Have you ever maybe thought about, maybe speaking to her in a calm level instead of when things get heightened, then maybe sometimes things tend to come up, whereas it could be something, we could look at trying in the future, and just to maybe, sometimes you can get your answer when you just get the courage, but we'll definitely look into different ways of doing that to make sure you're feeling supported and confident, and clarity around what you want to say. It's important for you to get to that space before you enter into that conversation with Kate, because as you expressed, it could be it could cause more conflict, and you
That's
don't
what
need
I'm
that.
afraid of.
Yeah, because you've been under some stress, and
Well, it's just the stress of the relationship. Everything else seems to be quite good. Like I'm pretty.
So you mean outside your relationship in
Yeah,
terms
everything. Like I've got employment. I've got good friends.
Yeah.
And I don't really talk to my friends about it because there's a lot of shame around it because they see
Yeah.
us as pretty happy couple.
Yeah.
So when we go socialise with my friends and her friends, like
Okay.
everyone seems to, and I'm not quite sure what Kate says to her friends, but
Yeah.
everyone seems to think that we're quite a lovely couple.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, that's positive because I mean,
but it's the closed doors stuff. Yeah.
of course,
You
yeah.
know, like, so
Yeah.
it's a bit of a facade, and it's a bit strange for me to, because it doesn't seem genuine or real.
Okay, I understand.
Does that make sense? So it's like the
Yes.
shop front that comes up when we're out and about, but then
Yeah.
behind closed doors, there's a lot of conflict there, and so
Yeah, and as you expressed before, you're a loyal person and you might feel that loyalty to your friends
yeah,
is a bit affected by the fact that they don't actually know what's going on for you, and that's a burden for you too, and you know, it would explain why you are feeling that anxiety and not sleeping. It sounds like it's a combination of things to me, that you've just maybe hit a bit of a wall with all this.
you're definitely right there. It is a combination. I'm stuck on that it is just the relationship, but it is quite dynamic.
Yes.
You know, like it isn't just that problem, is it?
Yeah.
Good
Yeah.
one.
And I'm just wondering, is there any periods of time where things run well in the relationship, or would it be kind of daily arguments?
Yeah, they'd be, I would say weekly, but the
Okay.
tension's always kind of there.
Yeah.
And that's,
Yeah.
it's all, I don't know when it's going to erupt. I don't know when it's going to.
Yeah. So I'm hearing you're uneasy in your home,
Yeah.
which is very difficult.
Yeah.
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 Yeah,
But then,
absolutely.
like, it's good when we go out. So I like to go out a lot with Kate.
Yes.
So it causes I guess numbs the whole relationship.
Yeah.
Yeah? Does that
Yeah,
make it? Or numbs
absolutely.
the conflict, not the
Yes.
relationship itself.
Yeah.
So a bit of an avoidant technique, I guess.
Yeah. But I'm
Yeah.
hearing you still have some good times together, and that.
Yeah.
And
yeah? Keep going.
Yeah, and I was just wondering if maybe that's, as you said, avoidance from what's going on when you go out and treat yourselves. You're not really thinking about the underlying issues.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I guess that's the problem.
Yeah.
That there's these underlying issues, and I don't know how to approach it. I don't know.
Yeah.
And I'm like, in my own mind, I'm not 100% sure of what the issues really are.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so it's,
Yeah.
again, that confusing point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I would love to, work in a collaborative way,
Yeah.
to really have a look at those underlying issues for you, just so you can get some clarity, and just some guidance to go forward and get through this difficult stage of your life.
Right.
Yeah, so we'll definitely look at doing that.
Yeah,
All right.
that would be good.
Okay.
Thanks, Kate.
I'll just have to